Welcome back to yet another Friday edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Brady Chandler.
And I'm Max Owens, and we have another tremendous show lined up for all of you today. And it kicks off with another announcement segment we call What's Up Heritage.
Sure do, Max. So, what's up Heritage?
Welcome back to What's Up Heritage. Now, let's get on to some Friday announcements. First off, if you want some Team Spirit gear, now's the time to get it. $5 for shirts and $10 for sweatshirts. Next up, prom is arriving soon. It'll be held on April 22nd at the Westin in downtown Chattanooga. More information is coming soon. And lastly, congratulations to the students that completed the Young Georgia Authors competition. Hope you all are proud of your huge accomplishment. Now, let's get on to the weather with our weatherman, Kieran Freed.
Thanks, Isaac. Now let's get on to the weather. For Friday, it should be cloudy with a high of 62 and a low of 36. On Saturday, it will also be cloudy with a high of 47 and a low of 29. Sunday, it'll be sunny with a high of 56 and a low of 32. Now let's get back to the anchors for more news.
Thanks, guys, for that info. And now let's jump right into our news. And our first show takes place at the Health Occupations.
Sure does, Max. And several of those students ventured over to Catoosa County 911 Center earlier this week for a rather cool field trip.
Sounds pretty cool. What did they do there? Where did they go? And what did they learn?
All good questions, Max. So let's get you over to 5-Star News reporters Nate Collier, Allie Powers, and Dave Ramsey for those answers. More in this report.
Monday, I took my EMR class to our 911 call center at the courthouse in Ringgold. We had gone last year with the first class. The kids, I wanted them to see where it all starts. So once a call comes into 911, they dispatch fire, police, EMS. So we went down there. The kids were able to see the call center. They have 4 consoles. Each person working the console has 6 screens. They have a supervisor that has 6 screens. They take calls from all over Catoosa County.
I went to the 911 call center. It was at the Ringgold courthouse in downtown Ringgold. Well, we went to just see how it really works and see what it's like for the first responders of a medical emergency, because it goes through the 911 operators to the ambulance and EMRs and police.
And did you enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, it was really fun. It was really insightful to see what it's like, and it was more of like a controlled chaos where it was just several very kind women, and they do 12-hour shifts, and they have it all figured out.
We went to go, because we're in our EMR class, so we went to go see the process of a pre-hospital care because it's what we're more looking at in this class.
Yes, I thought it was actually really interesting to see what actually all goes on, because it was actually pretty stressful to be watching and do all of it, because they have 6 screens and they focus on everything in the county and other counties too.
Looks like that was time well spent. Moving now to some pretty big news coming from our drama department.
Yep. We found out Monday that our spring musical this year is going to be a Little Woman.
Well, I'm not too up on plays and musicals, but if I get our guys and girls are doing it, it'll probably be pretty solid.
I'm sure it will. But let's find out more about this report by our very own Silas Williams, Tipton Smart, and Gabe Guffey.
So Little Women takes place during the Civil War, and it's about a family who lives in Concord, and they just basically, it's 4 sisters and their mom, and their dad's at war, and they just go through their own kind of trials and stuff living during like a war period. And then the main character struggles as a writer, because that was when women weren't allowed to really have jobs and they were expected to stay at home, and so she tries to kind of break those boundaries.
I think they chose Little Women because we have a lot of strong female cast members, and there's a lot of female leads in this show, and it has some awesome music, and it's a really, really great story.
I know. You know, I just feel.
I think students should want to come see it because our actors and crew have put in a lot of work for it, and it really is just a great story and will be a wonderful production to come see.
Little Women is a timeless classic, like many people know it, and the music is fantastic, and although it is a classic and it happened in the 1860s. It's very upbeat, it's lively, and it's going to be a fun thing to see.
Thanks, guys, for that report. And before we go any further today, let's squeeze in a commercial break.
But hang with us through this short timeout because Crew and Jonathan will be here next for sports, basketball, and soccer to talk about next.
That's not tennis. If you want to see some real tennis, come on down to the Taj on February 20th to see the Heritage tennis team have their opening night against Christian Heritage. 4 o'clock. Be there.
Hello, Generals. It's Crew and Jonathan with you today to talk Heritage General Sports.
Today we're starting out with our basketball team, Crew.
Yes, and the boys were in action last Tuesday as they took on the Sonorville Phoenix here at the Taj in their last regular season game of the year.
Coach Height's guys were looking to build on their big OT win against Southeast to knock off another region giant.
Here's Brady, me, and Max with the game recap.
A Sonorville game on Tuesday night was kind of a crazy game. It was actually like a tale of two. It was a tale of two halves, to be honest. First half, Sonorville came out and really they made every shot they took. Our defense wasn't great. They were getting to the rack and laying the ball in on us, and they were hitting some three-pointers as well. And they scored 40 points, I think, in the first half, maybe 42. We scored a little bit. We had 27 in the first half, but we went into halftime down 15.
We started off the game slow. We just really couldn't guard them. They were hitting a bunch of shots, and we weren't really.
We played Sonorville Tuesday. We didn't go as planned in the first half, but second half went a lot better. Played as a team. We were working.
Coach Height talked to the guys at halftime, and they really responded. Second half, we came out and really had a great third quarter. I believe we held them to 6 points. Got right back in the game. I think cut it to like 6, maybe 4.
And then the second half, we just played good defense. Shots started falling. Bryce had a good game. JC had a good game.
And then in the fourth quarter, we took the lead. Some just good team ball. We were moving the ball around offensively. Everybody was scoring and took a 4-point lead, I believe, late in the game. And then just couldn't hold it. They were having to foul us, and eventually we got a foul shot that really probably would have solidified the game for us, but we missed it. They rebounded it, took it down. We fouled them late, and they made 2 foul shots to win the game.
We ended up losing by 1, but we're going into the region tournament now. We play Northwest at Southeast next Tuesday.
It's kind of back to the same old thing for us on region play. We've been really close to winning these games, but for whatever reason we can't get over the hump to get the W. So now it's tournament time, and there's no more tomorrow. We have to be able to win those games. We can beat any team in the league. We've talked about it all year, but we can lose to any team if we don't do the little things to win games. So hopefully we get it corrected before we take on Northwest on Tuesday in the first round of the tournament.
That's another tough loss for our boys. It really just seems like they've been in every game this year.
They have. Hopefully their fortunes turn next week at the region tourney.
As for the girls, they've been tearing up the region play for several weeks now.
Yes, Jonathan. That streak of good play had us on top of the region standings as we headed into our matchup with Sonorville Tuesday night.
And with that said, the outcome of that game didn't mean anything for the seedings of the region tournament.
Nope, but a win would keep that momentum rolling.
How'd the game go? Let's find out in the game recap.
Well, I think we kind of got off to a slow start. First half, I think they were far more physical and far more proactive than we were. We were a little bit reactive as far as what they were doing offensively and defensively. I think they beat us to every 50-50 ball, and kind of beat us up pretty bad on the boards in the first half. Second half, we kind of adjusted, went back to man-to-man, did a really good job of neutralizing their number 11, who had a good first half. So kept her off the glass, and I don't think she scored but maybe two or 3 points second half. But just had dug ourselves such a big hole in the first half. I think we showed a lot of character by fighting back, cutting it to 3 in the fourth quarter with about 3 minutes left, and just couldn't see it through. But overall, I was really pleased with the second half effort, and got to take care of the ball a little bit better, more effectively. But we're still the 1 seed moving into the tournament, so we have about 7-8 days off of playing. So we'll have a lot of practice time and a lot of time to get things shored up for the tournament. We'll probably face Central Carroll in the semifinals, but we've assured a spot in the state tournament. Now we have to see if we can change a few things and tweak a few things that we're trying to improve on, so we can make a run for the region championship, which I think everybody on the team absolutely thinks that we can do. So we've proven it before. We've proven we can beat both the teams that are at the top of the region with us. So I think we have a really good shot. We just got to go to work this week and have a good week of practice.
We played Norville Tuesday, and we had a tough loss. They were more physical than us, and we couldn't really score. Their defense was good and more aggressive than us, but we still have our heads up. We're still number 1 in region, so that should put us in a good spot in the tournament to hopefully get a win.
During the first half, it went pretty well to start with, but then we just kind of lost it and stopped communicating and stuff. So we got to get better at that, and we've got to get better at our passes and not less turnovers. So yeah, and then we play in Rome on Thursday, so.
Tough loss for the girls as well, but good luck in the region tournament next week.
To soccer now, and both the boys and girls hit the field on Tuesday as well, taking on Ridgeland right here at the Taj.
The girls were striving to go 3-0 this season, while the guys were looking for their second win.
Could both teams get the W?
Oh, you know it. Here's Silas, Tipton, and Gabe with the boys recap.
Hi, Generals. The guys' soccer team played Ridgeland last night. I think we came out a little slow, probably a little bit overconfident, but ended up putting up 7 goals. I think it was a good effort by the team.
We won 7-0. I thought we could have played a little better, but it still ended up a good game for me because I scored 2 goals. We played good through the middle. Could have used the width out wide more, but we have been used to playing on turf fields. So,
a lot of senior leadership starting to step up at this point. I'm proud of them. And then we got to see some young guys on the field. So that gave us some good information about going forward, who we can put on the field, who we can trust. But I think we're starting to gel. I think it's a good team. I think we're going to have a good season. It's a good start, 2-1, and 7-0 at Ridgeland. That's a good thing.
Yeah, so we played Ridgeland last night. We won 7-0, which is a good score. But, I mean, we got the clean sheet and all, which is fantastic. Tipton Smart and Nick Mendez, they had a fantastic game. Otherwise, for the other players, we just struggled to keep the ball, and we struggled in the final third in the first half. But towards the second half, we got a bit better at controlling the ball. But other than that, it was okay.
Yes, on Tuesday we played Ridgeland here. Got to play our first home match of the year. Girls started out pretty much on fire. We scored 4 goals pretty quick in the first 15, 20 minutes. So girls really clicking pretty well the first part of the match, and pretty dominant.
We beat Ridgeland 8-0, which is a step up from last year. We only beat them 4-0. It was our second game of the year, and hopefully we can keep improving. We got a lot to learn from, and hopefully we got some good film to watch.
I think that we played really good. I think that we had very good ball control, and I think that us getting it into the blender was fairly easy, but they did pack the defense, so we had to step back halfway through the game and kind of be more patient and kind of think about what we were going to do, because they had 8 players against almost just 2 of our players. But I think we did good packing it into the center and getting around the players, and I think that our girls did very well with that.
This team is really great. The girls are playing well together. We're trying to push them to be great and then even greater, so that's kind of where we're at right now, is we're just kind of nitpick on some of the little things that we can do better to get even more phenomenal of a team. So looking forward to some tougher challenges when we play some tougher teams here coming up. But yeah, great performance against Ridgeland.
Thanks for sports, you two. And now it's time for entertainment on the show.
Yes, we're starting off today with one of our favorites.
Yep, it's BBB, again with another edition of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Roll it, guys.
Yo, what is good, guys? Back here with another segment of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Let's go!
Who are we here with today? Mr. Bradford.
And the first question is, between 1 and 100, how many multiples of 7 are odd numbers?
432.
Wrong. Who are we here with today?
James Henson.
Okay. First question is, between 1 and 100, how many multiples of 7 are odd numbers?
3.
Wrong.
All right, who are we here with today?
Reese Abercrombie.
Okay, first question. Between 1 and 100, how many multiples of 7 are odd numbers?
9.
Wrong.
Who are we here with?
Caleb Biddle.
All right, and between 1 and 100, how many multiples of 7 are odd numbers?
7.
That's correct.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
That is correct.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
I have no idea.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wrong.
Next question. Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Leonardo da Vinci.
That's correct.
Who is on the $5 bill?
LeBron James.
Wrong.
Whose picture is on the $5 bill?
Benjamin Franklin.
Whose picture is on the $5 bill?
Abraham Lincoln.
Correct.
Last question. Whose picture is on the $5 bill?
Abraham Lincoln.
That is correct.
What's good, guys?
And that is the end of our segment of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Peace out.
Thanks, guys. That was a nice segment indeed.
Sure was. And if you like music, these two next selections should be right up your alley.
Yep. The first thing we have is Twin and M in the episode of R&B music.
Then we have episode 5 of Toon Talk with Nolan Kaler and Skylar Grant. Take it away, guys.
What's up, Heritage? I'm Ethan. And I'm Ian. And today we'll be talking about R&B music. And we'll also have a guest appearance from 2 local talent here at Heritage. Let's go.
R&B is my favorite, like right now, style of music. And basically, it's stands for rhythm and blues. And I really like the slow pace and just the overall vibe it gives. It doesn't really have that hype like rap does, but those same beats are still present, and it's really calming at the same time. It's uplifting to listen to. So I really got introduced when DJ Khaled dropped his album Free Spirit, and listening to the songs, especially Talk, was just like, you know, it really changed my mind on R&B because I kind of thought it was boring. After that, you know, I started getting to more like Afro beats like Chris Brown, and especially more traditional R&B like Bruno Mars, and a lot of his songs are really good in R&B, so I like Bruno Mars and all those guys.
Who am I with today?
Cadence.
Lennon. And what are y'all thoughts on R&B music?
It's my favorite, actually.
Yeah, it's so good. So good.
What differentiates R&B music from any other type of music?
R&B music is just more of a vibe, you know. It's more slower. It's just the pace is just great.
But Lennon said.
And what are y'all's favorite R&B artists?
SZA.
Snoop Dogg.
Don't you know, no, it's a
She's got eyes that it seems to me remind me of childhood memories where everything is as fresh as a bright blue sky.
We're out. What's up, Toon Talk? We're back with Nolan, and I'm Skylar, and this is
Cole Sims.
And he's wearing a
AC/DC shirt.
And we're gonna see if he knows what he's wearing. All right, Cole. Do you know the lead singer of AC/DC?
Yeah.
What's his name?
You got Bon Scott, but the one now is Brian Johnson.
That's right. What are your top 3 favorite AC/DC songs?
Shoot to Thrill, probably Thunderstruck, and then Back in Black.
All right. Have you ever been to an AC/DC concert?
No, sir.
Would you like to? Well,
Yeah.
Of course you would. Who wouldn't? Right?
Yeah.
Do you know 3 facts about the band?
I just know Bon Scott was the original and he died. And then
I'll give you that one. All right. Well, thank you for the interview. See you. What's up, Tune Talk? We're here with,
Ashley Cow,
and she's wearing.
Def Leppard,
We're gonna see if she knows what it's about. Okay, Ashley. What is the lead singer's name of Def Leppard?
Joe Elliott.
Good job. You know 3 facts about the band?
No.
Of course you don't. Why would you? What are your top 3 favorite songs?
I only know 2. Actually, no. Let me think. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Hysteria. And Rock of the Ages.
Rock of Ages.
Yep.
So I'm gonna give you an X on that one.
Rock of Ages.
Okay, how many number 1 hits did the band have?
I'm gonna say 3.
That is wrong. There's
Oh,
only
it's one.
It's
Yeah,
one.
it's one.
You were wrong.
Yeah. I was thinking of a different.
Have you ever been to a Def Leppard concert?
No,
Do
actually.
you want to go?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, of course you do. It's Def Leppard.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job as always, fellers. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you on next week with another edition of 5-Star News.
Everybody have a safe weekend, and until then,
Stay classy, Heritage.